Elliot, it's the 2019 Doctor Who Prom. It's here. What?
David?
What?
There isn't a Doctor Who Prom in 2019.
What do you mean? Of course there's a Doctor Who.
There hasn't been one for like 5-6 years.
Well, what are we doing here?
I don't know. Why are we doing it?
Hello everybody and welcome along to a very special brand new video where today we're celebrating the music of Doctor Who and Doctor Who at the proms. Of course, Doctor Who has had 3 proms in the past, back in 2008, 2010 and the 50th anniversary in 2013. But sadly, once again, as we are in the midst of the prom season, sadly we're not going to have a Doctor Who prom once again this year. So in today's video, me and David have visited the Royal Albert Hall itself to discuss all things Doctor Who music and the prospect of a future Doctor Who prom.
Well, so today we have come to the Royal Albert Hall.
Yes.
We have come to the Royal Albert Hall to talk about music in Doctor Who.
I know, because we were both really big music fans, but we never really discussed this in a video or
It's
whatever.
an obvious thing to talk about.
Yeah.
And given the opportunity we had to actually come to the building.
I know. I think we just got sick of my bedroom, your settee, or whatever.
Our bedrooms are not the most exciting.
They're not. I mean, this is a tiny bit more
The Albert Hall
exciting.
itself is kind of a better
Yeah.
place to come for it, I think.
A little bit better. So, we've told you what we're here today to do, haven't we? We've
have told
already
you.
done that. But we're here to discuss our favourite music cues. That's the technical term, cues.
You have been looking this up.
I know,
so you
Elliot was very
the
impressed
right
with me. Actually, I
terminology.
already knew that, but you know.
You did already know
I did already know that.
Okay.
But Elliot, what are some of your favourite music cues from Doctor Who?
Ooh, I mean, the problem is that I know so much about music in Doctor Who that narrowing it down to like 3 or 4 is actually really, really difficult.
How many tracks was it you have on your phone
Well,
downloaded
I've
of
got
Doctor
the
Who
50th
music?
anniversary album with about 400 tracks and 12 hours on
Oh
there.
my God.
Plus I've got every single soundtrack saved on Spotify and the classic stuff as well. So
It's
if you
incredible.
want Doctor Who music, you come to me.
Yeah.
Or Spotify.
It's going to be really useful for when I say I don't know that one, because Elliot just gets it on my phone and then we stop the camera and then we start again.
Pretty much. Okay, let me pick one. I do love the Gallifrey theme.
Oh!
Gallifrey
Yeah, no,
series-
do you know what?
series
Actually,
3.
I think that's what made me fall in love with Gallifrey as a planet.
It just fits. It fits the atmosphere and like the feel when you see this sort of almost golden looking city in the desert in this massive dome.
Yeah.
Glorious.
It's
really intense music, and then because of the scene and obviously they talk about the destruction of it, it feels quite a dark almost finish.
Absolutely.
The Doctor being very sad about losing Gallifrey and everything bad that had happened.
It's really big and really orchestral, but then I think it's an oboe. Sorry, I'm really musical, but it's just the oboe cue, the theme that goes over it, and it's really small and sort of weak. Not weak, but do you know what I mean? It's very dense sound, and it just encapsulates the whole planet.
And
I think
it's one that's really fitted in future episodes again as well. They used it in the End of Time, but they used a much more sort of scaled back version of it in that.
It was more drum beaty and more marchy.
Yeah, and then when you have that scene with the Time Lords walking through the dead sort of destroyed Gallifrey, that very, as you say, sort of marchy version of it. Even in Series 10 they brought it back for, you may remember, in the Lion of the Land when Missy turned up.
Oh, I'm not sure. I didn't realise
It
that.
there as well. So I think they used it in Extremis briefly as well. So it's been a well-used piece of music that I think has really just fitted the feel of.
I think it's one of those pieces of music as well that's sort of iconic to the show, without trying to be. It's one I can hear it now in my head.
That's a lot of the Series 1, 2 and to degree 3 soundtracks.
Yeah.
Like Westminster Bridge, you just know that music.
Yeah.
The theme,
Yeah.
theme, the Lone Dalek from the End of Dalek, there's so many bits of music, the Cybermen theme, the Dalek theme, they're all just
absolutely
nostalgic, I think, almost as much as being iconic.
And if that show, so going back to the Gallifrey, if that wasn't in the scene in the programme, I don't think we would have emoted to it as much.
No, if the music didn't work,
Yeah.
that scene wouldn't have worked. You wouldn't have cared as much.
No.
The music has such a big impact.
The visuals are stunning and it's beautiful, but that music, I think the music in Doctor Who makes it, you just feel Doctor Who so much more because of that.
And I find that if the episode can be bad, but if the music's good, it's still very watchable.
Yeah, absolutely.
The music can make me enjoy
Absolutely.
it. It's not that good. I mean, what would be a good example of that? I mean, some of Series 11, I do quite like the music. Like Ceramic Conundrum, the soundtrack.
Do you know what,
Series
actually,
11 is actually really good. The episode's terrible. But
I'd agree with you. Actually, I really love the music for Series 11. I think from Series 7 to 10, the music's good, but it's sort of, I don't know. It's up and down. It's not like the gold. I would call the Series 1 to 4, the golden era of music. But and then actually, I did that without realising. But and then I realised Series 7 because it's sort of the same, but very, very different. And so hopefully it's getting its new identity. But there we go, Gallifrey.
So what about you? Pick your first of the main.
Well, when we started talking about this, I was like, I'm shotgunning Martha's theme. And then you were like, well, that's fine, I don't really like Martha's theme. I love Martha's theme because it's just so like, it's a riff really on Rose's theme or the Doctor Forever. It's a riff.
It's not Rose's theme.
It's a riff on the Doctor's Forever, but it's the mystery that it has, and that it bends. So there's a bit in it. It's really hard to describe this without showing you on the sheet
I could
music.
just play the music.
Yeah, we're going to play it actually. That'll be easy. We're going to play it over. But there's a bit where the note bends, and then it's so soulful. That bending is Martha's love for the Doctor that he won't get back to.
Yeah.
Okay, for this next segment, I wanted to sort of take us back a little bit, back to the 1960s and the 1970s, the pioneering time of music in Doctor Who.
Absolutely.
When you had stories like Tomb of the Cybermen, the Silurians, the Sea Devils, all these sort of stories where they just kind of thought, what different thing can we do to try and make this sound a bit unique and a bit different?
Let's be honest, like this is why music in Doctor Who is famous, because of this pioneering.
Radiophonic Workshop, everything like that, exactly. And like Sea Devils, they get these brand new wacky synthesizers, which it's a bit of an odd sound. It's strange electronic sounds that almost isn't really music. It's more just kind of weird noise. But like I think it really fits, and just that sort of sting of that electric sound when the Sea Devil like pops onto screen or sort of turns up behind the Doctor or something like that. That sting that you've got in there really, I think, sort of fits that story perfectly. And like you think with the Sea Devils, it's synonymous with that music. Same with the Silurians as well. When you have those really weird, sort of almost very acoustic style instruments, that's kind of the opposite, and there's nothing electronic in there at all.
Yeah.
But that also is iconic and synonymous to that. I think that's done by Carey Blyton, who only did I think 3 or 4 scores of Doctor Who. He did Revenge of the Cybermen as well.
Yeah.
And was the other main ones. And in that particular style of music, which I think that's the thing about classic Who music, is it's just so iconic. You mentioned about the 5 Doctors.
Yeah,
the Horn of Rassilon from the 5 Doctors. That's like probably the most iconic piece of sound in classic Doctor Who. Like so many people have seen the 5 Doctors.
Absolutely. There was just a car on them which sounded the same thing. I was like, oh, there it is.
Exactly. You just know it. You just know it.
I think I love classic Doctor Who music as well because it's very electric but also very acoustic. So there'll almost always be like a bass clarinet and a Dudley Simpson thing.
I think
or
once Dudley left and it went into the 80s, I think it became a little bit similar. The music, there was slightly less variety. I mean, to a degree, Dudley's is similar, but it's very quirky in what he does. Whereas once he got into the 80s, it was very 80s electronic. When you watch some of those Peter Davison stories, not that they all sound the same, but it does have a more similar style than I think where it was sometimes very different between episodes in the 60s and the 70s.
Absolutely. And I think like just that like the cross between the wind sort of like the orchestral sound and the electric sound, that's sort of Doctor Who, the science versus the history. That's what
exactly.
the show is to me. And that really encapsulates it. I mean, going back forward, one that I really love, like from more like the Matt Smith era, is Amy's theme. I know that's very basic, but it's a beautiful theme. And it really sets up that fairy tale style of the era as well.
Exactly.
And like, I don't know, I sort of feel like if the music in Doctor Who wasn't so prevalent in the classic series, I don't think we'd have it when it had been brought back.
And it wouldn't be here.
If you look at TV drama, no, it absolutely wouldn't be here. Like, but if you look across TV drama, they do use soundtracks. Not a lot of them use orchestral soundtracks.
It's more pulsating,
music.
like or pulsating electronic scores that you see. In Series 11 turned a bit more. Became a bit more police drama.
Yeah, absolutely. Which surely is a sort of came from old Doctor Who.
Sign of the times.
But I do love the fact that it came back, had this really big sound to it.
Yeah, it fitted the era at the time, definitely, being a bit different again.
And the fact that they sort of, I don't think there was like a television prom as such in that series before we had the Doctor Who prom. Now they've done like a Horrible Histories one, I think they did the W. Peter one. Yeah. And it wasn't good, it was just an amazing moment. Like I unfortunately never got to see any of these. I've watched them several times on DVD. And I think we're just here really. We're here sort of like, this is like the 5-ish Doctors. You know when Peter Davison stands outside TVC with the band? This is us standing out the Royal Albert Hall with placards, which I think will green screen into our hands.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And a John Barrowman CD.
And please let us back into the Albert Hall so we can have another Doctor Who prom.
That would be nice.
Because
would be nice.
Not even just from series 11, 12 or whatever, just
the whole series,
Because I think it's amazing. I think I come from a family of musicians, so I know a lot of like music people. I think Doctor Who is one of those, and seeing that has really inspired people to go into music.
Yeah.
I think that's really true. But
definitely. Well, I hope that's been a very quick, just whistle-stop really chat on music Doctor Who. We could come back for hours and talk about this, but you know,
we probably will do. To be
places
honest.
to be, people to see, all that kind of thing.
Places to be, really, Elio? I didn't know we had.
Oh no, we don't have live. Sorry,
we don't. Sorry, no. This is just we're just doing this for.
But I hope you've enjoyed a little on-location moment, which we might see a bit more of in the future.
Maybe.
You never know. It
depends if the weather stays like this. It's quite nice.
It is quite nice. I don't know why I'm wearing a winter jacket, really.
I don't know why.
It's obviously August.
Does it look odd that I've got a hoodie and he's got a winter jacket? It's August 2020. I'm very, very sorry of the delay that it's taken you to see this in 2019. Honestly, we'll try and get better.
Yeah, exactly. But I hope you have enjoyed this one and enjoy the Royal Albert Hall, and we'll probably be back together somewhere.
Yeah.
Another one. Or there might be more to come from our previous videos, I don't know.
I don't know. You're in charge of that.
That's very true. But I hope you've enjoyed this one. Do let us know what you thought of it. Please to see us out on location for the first time, and we'll see you again very soon for another one. Goodbye.
Bye.